What is going on? Happy Monday. Hope you all had a great weekend. Today we're going to be breaking down some of the events and tournaments that are starting and ending this week. My name is PJ. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video, and let's get right into it. So I think one of the most important things that is ending this week, sadly, is it went way too fast, is the event dungeon. We have, at the time of recording, 1 day and 6 hours left. When you guys see this, it's probably going to be closer to 1 day or less than 1 day. So make sure you guys are grinding this and getting as much as you can out of it before it ends. It's going to come back again. I don't think this is the last time we'll ever see the event dungeon, but it'll probably be 3-4 months until we see it again, if not longer. So make sure you guys are getting your energy in before it is gone. Hey, stop right there. Click in the description right now for you to get a free legendary Karato Fox Hunter along with 4 free amazing epic champions as you level up. Here are the exact steps that you need to follow. Step 1. Log out of Player and Play on PC and uninstall. If you have never had Raid installed on your mobile phone before, the link will work there too. Step 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3, launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Step 4, go to the inbox and claim your champion. Here we go. Karato Fox Hunter will be there waiting for you in the inbox. This is an amazing start to your account and you do not want to miss it. So make sure you click the link in the description, follow the steps, and don't forget, tell a friend. The other thing that is happening this week, it is Siege. So make sure you guys are getting your defenses in, resets in 7 hours. I need to get my defenses in before time is up, but make sure you guys are doing that. We're going to be having some Siege content later this week, so make sure you guys tuned in, look for that. I'm pretty excited. So those are 2 important things that are starting and ending this week, Siege and the event dungeon. The other thing that should be starting this week, at least the rumor is that there should be a fusion starting. We saw on, I think on Twitter and on YouTube, they posted a short clip. I think his name is Lord Entertainer Fabian. Pretty interesting name. He looks like an undead. He looks very similar to Rotos or Duchess with like the blue skin, but he's hosting a high elf party, so maybe he's a high elf. Kind of weird to have only high elves at the party and he's not a high elf, or I'm not sure. Maybe there's some type of synergy with him and high elves even though he's not a high elf. That should be starting, I think, this week, but the one thing that I am not worried about but is interesting is that there's no fusion warm-up. Usually 4 days before the fusion starts there's a fusion warm-up, so maybe it'll start tomorrow and we'll get it starting, like, I guess Friday. Maybe the fusion will start, or Thursday. I think usually they start Thursday or Friday, but I would assume there would be some type of fusion warm-up starting today or tomorrow. We have not seen that on the calendar quite yet, so stay tuned for that because I think that might be coming. Another thing that is on the calendar that popped up is this extra legendary for Sacred. So it's a pogo event for Sacreds. If you pull a Sacred and get a Lego, you get another Lego for free. I would highly recommend skipping this unless you're really deep into Mercy, and Mercy for Sacred starts at 12, so unless you're like 20 plus, I would say, maybe 15 plus, but at least 20 plus, then I think it'd be maybe a good time to try to snag a double legendary. But I would really save these for the fusion and just for future events. The Mercy system on Sacreds is really bad. It's not like a Ancient Shard or a Void Shard where once you get to the 200 you know that within the next 20 shards you're guaranteed a Lego. You get to the 12 to start the Mercy on Sacreds, and I think you can go up to almost 60. I think it's like 58 if you're really unlucky. The farthest I've ever gone was 29. I've gone to 25 a few times, so really be careful with these Sacreds. The Mercy is really bad, so I would say save for the fusion. A lot of people think it's gonna be good. It's Player's 6th anniversary. Last year we had Armand's on the 5th anniversary. The year before that I think we had Supreme Elhain, which is a pretty good champion, pretty good fusion, so stay tuned. There could be a good fusion upon us. There's a Soul Chase. I would skip this. This is an easy skip. I'm gonna do the same double tournament to grab the Immortal and to grab the Prism Crystal. We can talk about the Dwarf Swimming Pool in a second. Not very good, but we'll get to there. Soul Chase, there is no boosted event. We just had a boosted 2x for the 5-star, 6-star. So I would skip this unless you're a big whale kraken. I would save. Sand Devil, not bad. I usually do these when I can. It's always good to get more dust, more oils, especially if you can grab a Mortal Soul Stone and a Prism. Usually the Prisms are a little bit better. This swimming pool is not very good, but we can take a look at that actually real quick. So it says it's for the dwarves, but ironically they're missing like the best dwarfs. There's no Trunda, there's no G-Nut, there's no Acrizia, Arnon, there's no Senna, so they kind of skipped out on the dwarves, the best dwarves, which is kind of not ideal. The epics they chose are kind of good, but most people aren't really going to go for the epics. They want the legendaries. The Unity champion is quite nice. Admiral Black Tusk, if you have him with some other dwarfs to go along, it could be really strong. He's got a remove all buffs from a target enemy, place a stun debuff on them. Build fills this champion's turn meter by 50%, fills this champion's turn meter by additional 10% for each buff removed from the target. So that could stack up pretty high. Plus you got dwarf unities to go along with it. Removes all buffs from the all allies. So he's got a cleanse, and then he's got ally attack. So pretty nice depending on who you have to pair with him. Definitely could be quite annoying for siege. The siege only dwarf rooms, something like this could be very, very nasty and hard to beat. So that would be good if you could get him, but the rest of these are kind of underwhelming. I think Molly's really good for Hydra, good for Doom Tower, Faction Wars. Like, all of these champions are okay, but not the best in the faction by any means. Like I said, there's no Senna, no Trunda, no Gina, no Acrizia, no Arnon. So they're missing kind of all the really, really good ones. If you need Kira for Mikage, that could be really nice to get, but obviously super RNG. You just gotta Prage and get lucky. Wouldn't really bank on that to get her, but could be a way of getting her. The epics again are pretty nice. Geo is really good. Cornelia I actually use in my Sand Devil team for 25, my farm Sand Devil team. Fodbor is really good for Curse City, one of the, I think stage 21, or the stage with Taurus Mariska. I'm not sure exactly what stage that is. It is stage 19. Rockbreaker is also really good for that stage. Morag's a really good champion. A lot of those champions are really good for this stage where you have to face Taurus Mariska on the first wave, and they are pretty nice handling the stage. So be on the lookout for those if you have them. The other things that are coming up this week, there's an Ice Golem tournament happening, but I'm skipping that. No real reason to farm it, at least for me. I need to put as much energy into the event dungeon before it's over, and then also the Sand Devil tournament. I think I've done 0 points on this, and I plan on leaving it that way. Let's see here. Yeah, we've done 0, so no need for me to pull or to do the Ice Golem attack. Much rather focus on Sand Devil. Minnow too. Now that the event dungeon's over, I can start focusing more on Minnow. I feel like I've not gotten nearly enough Minnow as I'd like to with the event dungeon and all these other events happening. It's really spreading my energy thin. Yeah, I do have a lot of gems, and I did buy some energy, but it can be tough. Also, a quick update. I did the Heroes Path pull yesterday, and I still had some more champion training to do, but we did complete that earlier today. So we got the Avatar, we got the Cat's Gaze. I'm really, really happy we can knock that off the list. That was actually my 4th Cat's Gaze. I was really debating it, but it's honestly the Avatar that I kind of pushed me more. I did want Cat's Gaze, a 4th one, but I really like the Avatar, and this is what we ended up going with. I think it looks pretty nice. Kind of got the blue theme going with the ice. I kind of make them match as well as possible. I think it looks pretty good. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week so far. Also, Clan Quest Reset are tonight. So make sure you guys are finishing those. We have 6 hours left. I did finish mine, so we don't have to worry about that. Our clan goes 1 each one, 1 elite, 1 expert, 1 basic. Or if you want to get 2 elites, you have to wait at least, I think it's 24 hours before you can snag a second one, just to make it fair. Not everyone in our clan is from the same place, different time zones, so to make it fair for everyone to get an elite quest, expert quest that's pretty good, we make it so there's a 24-hour rule. Maybe you guys want to implement that as well, depending on your clan, but it's something that we do. I think a lot of clans do that as well. Leave a 24, maybe a 48-hour elite quest where you can only take 1, because some of those are pretty tough. Completing 9 Viper form trials on when fighting Nightmare, Chimera, or higher. Like, some of these I think they need to readjust. That is really, really, really hard. 9 trials on Viper. There's some other ones like that with the Chimera. Complete 9 Lion form trials. I think there's one for Ram. I think they need to lower these a little bit. These are extremely hard. I'm in a top 10 clan and they're still tough, so maybe readjust these a little bit. And the other thing that they need to readjust, in my opinion, other people have talked about this, but sometimes you get a use a Chimera key, use a Hydra key as a daily mission. But the thing is, Chimera and Hydra aren't daily things you do. It's not like a clan boss where you can get a use a clan boss key because you do that every day. They're weekly missions, so they really need to put them in the weekly mission. The use a Chimera, use 1 Chimera key, use 1 Hydra key. I understand them wanting us to do it, so they kind of try to force us to use a key, but depending on what you're doing and when you have time, you might have a get to use a Chimera key, get to use a Hydra key, and you don't have time, and then you screw yourself on the rewards that day, where if it's a weekly quest, you have all week to do it. It doesn't matter when you do it, as long as you get it done in that week, you get the reward. So I think that would be an easy fix to change the Chimera and the Hydra to weekly. We've talked about this on the Knights of Teleria podcast. It's 2 p.m. every Sunday on Blazen's YouTube and Twitch. We've mentioned this before, but I think that would be a super easy fix for Plarium to do to make it as not a undesirable quest, because a lot of people hate seeing those use a Chimera, use a Hydra, because they don't have time and they were planning on doing it later in the week, and it's now Tuesday and they have to do it now instead of doing it when they had time. So that would be a nice fix. So that is the weekly weekly recap for now. I would expect a fusion starting, I think, later this week, but it's just a little concerning without having the fusion warm-up. Unless we get it tomorrow, which definitely could happen. We'll see. If it's not this week, it has to be next week, but I'd be really shocked if it wasn't this week. But let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, hit the subscribe button. Just hit 300 subscribers. I appreciate all the love and support. Smashing our way to 500 and eventually 1,000, which is insane. And let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.